Aries, this is your August tarot reading. July was quite incredible. I'm not sure this will be, but I sincerely hope you get something from it. I really do, Aries. Aries, I can't really see that this follows on from last month's reading. Maybe it does. Middle card, overall energy is that of the Knight of Wands. He's bold and fearless, but he does tend to rush into things. Maybe I shouldn't be focusing on that rushing. Maybe I should just focus it on you being bold and fearless, because that runs through it, and that would be more in fitting with last month. We've got in the recent past a broken heart, 3 of Swords. Is this about a romantic relationship, or is it a broken heart about ideas, about feeling betrayed? And that would fit in with last month. Current energy is that of the 2 of Wands, planning, looking at various options and planning. Future energy is the 8 of Pentacles, learning new skills. Well, they are going to be useful, if it is a follow-on from last month's. The energy leading to the outcome is the High Priestess. Understanding your subconscious, but understanding those of others. Now that is very much in fitting with last month's. So maybe it is a follow-on after all. Yeah. You've got this knowledge that others don't. Yeah. What would change the outcome is you coming into a degree, I think I should interpret it as you come into a degree of wealth and blessings. It could be that you're by yourself, that you're feeling on your own. But I think it's more to do with you get deflected by getting some sort of personal benefits. And the outcome is going out and seeking knowledge, seeking action, wanting to do something, and that certainly fits in with last month. But is it about something completely different? I couldn't be certain at this point. I really hope that you stick with me and let's find out. The overall energy for August, and running through this reading, Aries, is that of the Knight of Wands. Now, he has some very admirable qualities. He's brave and he's bold, fearless, in fact. And those were qualities that we noticed last month. But another of his qualities, well, is it a quality? What could be his downfall is he rushes into things. And you look at him, he's rushing into battle, armed only with a wand or stick. Is this a warning to you? I'm not certain. You know, maybe we just look at the good qualities, but maybe it is a warning that you're rushing into things. There have been a lot of warnings from the universe that people are rushing too quickly into things, not fully evaluating the situation. Last month I thought you'd completely got a hold of it, but this month I'm less certain. We'll see. In recent past we have the 3 of Swords. There's no hiding what that is. It's a broken heart. But why is your heart broken? Is it to do with love? Or is it to do with the global issues that dominated last month's reading? Is it that your heart is broken because you've realised how some people are quite happy to destroy humanity in the world just for their own greed and control? Is it broken heart that everything you've believed in is a mere chimera? I really couldn't say. I couldn't say. Not at this stage. And currently you're planning. You're weighing up different alternatives. And these alternatives could be quite radical, quite different to what you're used to. But you're weighing them up, you're balancing, you're considering them. You look at the card, globe in his hand, looking overseas. So could be something that's a real departure from what you're used to. Now that is in fitting with last month's reading. You're considering your life in relation to global events and what you should be doing. What you should be doing after this broken heart. Or is it entirely personal? Is it? Now there is a warning, isn't there? You know, there's a warning about you rushing into things. So even though you're planning, maybe there's a warning that you shouldn't be. Maybe you haven't got as great a grasp of things as I believed you had during the July reading. Now in the future we have the Eight of Pentacles. Quite a few people have been getting an Eight of Pentacles this month and last month. And it is realising that we need to learn new skills. Need to learn new skills for a new world. Now, I've said in the past, but there's no indication on your reading yet. Or maybe there are. Maybe there are. Yeah, these skills, paramount amongst them are community, working with others, understanding your subconscious and those of others, skills to do with the environment and practical skills, such as gardening and DIY. And it may be a bit laborious. You might even consider, is it really worth it? But I'm sure the universe is shouting out, yes it is, it'll pay off, it'll pay off. And when I was talking about the Eight of Pentacles, I suddenly said, there isn't and then I said, oh yeah, there is. And the indication comes from this card, which is the High Priestess, the female magician, if you like. And it's this energy that leads to the outcome. This is an energy of really understanding your subconscious, but the subconscious of others. Having a real balance with nature. And from that balance, being able to actually do things. Just like the magician is about manifesting. This is real command and control of the unconscious and the unknown. And that would seem to be important. What would change the outcome is you receiving multiple blessings. Because we've got the Nine of Cups here. You look at it, he's sitting there on that lovely throne, dressed beautifully. The cups, which equal blessings, probably wealth all around him. But the one thing I notice is he's by himself. So it could be that as a result of receiving blessings, a payoff if you like, you get diverted from your task of helping others. I mean, it happens to us all, doesn't it? We just get a little bit too comfortable. Or is it the fact that you're on your own? Because we do have that broken heart card beginning. But then I don't see how it would change the outcome because of this is the card that changes the outcome. I'm still a bit uncertain about this reading. the outcome is the Ace of Wands, a card of inspiration, new growth opportunities. Now this would flow, wasn't it? It would flow from the High Priestess. You get in command of the subconscious, and as a result of it, it opens up so many new things for you, including, if we think of last month, where we were talking of the world changing, you having command of shaping how the new world should be. Yeah. And also how possibly the Nine of Cups, you could become diverted back into materialism, diverted back into your possessions. So that makes sense. Is that why you shouldn't be rushing? Or have I got it wrong about the rushing? There's still stuff in this reading that I'm not really getting, even though this outcome makes a lot of sense to me. We're going to have to get some clarity, aren't we? And I'm going to seek clarity on this Knight of Wands. Is it a warning not to rush? Or is it a warning about... Or is it simply saying that you're brave and you're bold? And the first card of clarity is the Queen of Wands. Somebody that does engage with other people, but somebody that can use other people. The next card is the Five of Pentacles, card of poverty, card of no friends. And the final card is the Ace of Pentacles, a card of new information. Well, I know what it means to me, so I'm going to go through each card for you. So yeah, this first card of clarity is the Queen of Wands. Now she's an admirable queen. She's a queen that engages very well with other people, and people tend to like her. She has a wide circle of friends. She's perhaps something of a social butterfly. But one of the criticisms of her is that she can tend to use people. Now, if you remember, last month I said you got to grips with what was going on in the world. And I really do believe this follows on from that now. But what it is, you've worked out what's happening, but believe you have solutions. And because people are looking for solutions, they follow you. But actually, that's the wrong thing to be doing, because the solutions have to come from us all. It has to be a communal thing. So I think you're trying to lead people, and to a certain degree, that's somewhat manipulative. And that's what hasn't worked in the past. And now we have the Five of Pentacles, the card of poverty, the card of no friends. Now, why would you rushing to conclusions create poverty? Well, I think we are talking about fundamental changes in society, fundamental changes to how things work. And I think what it is you've grasped a part of this, you've grasped what's wrong, but you're still seeing the solutions in the past. And if we apply the solutions of the past to the future, then we will end up in a similar situation to that we're in now. And that situation is that the rich are getting richer, or the super rich are getting richer, and the poor are getting poorer. And so you simply trying to do things more equitably isn't going to work. So following on from July, you sort of realised what is wrong with the world. So you've got this inspiration, it comes to you, you spot all that's wrong with the world. but that you believe that because you can understand what is wrong, that you have the solutions. So just at one level, let me explain it like this. If we understand that there is something wrong with those people who are leading us, our knee-jerk reaction is to replace them. We never really appreciate that it's the role of leadership that is the problem. So your thinking is only halfway there. I thought you were way ahead of, well, you probably are way ahead of all the signs, but you've still not grasped everything. I'm not trying to say I have. I'm just trying to read the cards, and the energies. But you haven't got all the solutions. And so there is a warning here from the universe not to rush those solutions. That there are more inspirations to come to you. We can summarise now. I've got there. Aries, of course, last month was a very special reading indeed. Very special. It suggested that you'd spotted what was wrong with the world, were way ahead of most people, spotted what was wrong, and maybe you had some solutions. This month it's sounding a bit more caution. You haven't really got all the solutions. Yes, you're aware of the problems, but there's more to come. There's more revelations to come to you. Yeah, you are very disappointed in the world. You're very disappointed in those who've betrayed us. Those who've pulled the wool over our eyes. Those who've shown unbridled greed. Unbridled greed that shows no care about humanity. But you're rushing ahead because you've got this information. You're rushing ahead with it. You're planning things. I'm not necessarily saying that you're actually trying to lead people, but I think people are coming to you for leadership advice. And you're not really there. You're planning. But things are going to be revealed to you because of you are an understanding of the subconscious, not only of yourself but of others. You understand the motivation of the people who've betrayed us and are forgiving of them. But you haven't fully got there yet. There's more to come. And, what you're doing is you're learning new skills, and that's very admirable. Keep learning. And, just because you've learned something, don't think that's the end. And I think that's what the universe is shouting out to you. There is just a chance that this further inspiration won't come to you. You won't get to the end because you'll start getting the benefits of the fact that you're ahead of most people. And these could be material benefits. They could well be material benefits. A little bit of luxury in your life. And it's almost as though you're capable of being bought off. Now, I'm not trying to suggest you're as bad as those that you've had these revelations about. But it's a slippery slope that you'd be starting on. So you've just got to keep at what you're doing and recognise you're not quite there yet, but you will get there. You will get there. There's more inspiration, there's more knowledge to come.